In today's video, I wanted to go over some products that I bought this year, 2020, that actually didn't work for me or I didn't enjoy as much. Some of them I've done reviews on, and I can think a few I didn't even mention them this year. I bought them for reviewing purposes and they just didn't work out. So I decided not to dedicate a full video on that product. So if you're interested in what I bought this year that really didn't work out for me, just keep on watching. Before I start mentioning products here today, I wanted to disclose that even though they didn't work for me, it doesn't mean that it won't work for you. This is just my point of view and my opinion, and it comes from the fact that I'm oily, acne prone skin. I don't like bashing products, so this is in no way bashing the product or the brand. And now that I got that out of the way, I'm going to start with one of the products, and it's the By Terry Hyaluronic HYDRA foundation with SPF 30. This is a foundation, like a liquid foundation. It's in the shade 400 warm medium. I did test this before. It's a beautiful foundation. It has a really beautiful finish, really great coverage. However, it didn't work for me because I am oily skin, and I think this is more catered to sort of like dry and normal skin. It was actually one shade lighter than my skin tone, or like maybe half a shade, between half a shade and one shade lighter. It is a very expensive foundation and I have no clue how to return it. I don't think I can return it anyways, so I am stuck with it. So yeah, I'm a little sad that it didn't work for me, but hey, we must move on, right? So the next product that I bought was the Becca Own Your Light highlighter. This is a beautiful highlighter, I gotta say. It just didn't work for me because of the shade. I feel like the shade was too pink and I'm not into those shades. I am medium skin tone and it still was very obvious on my skin. It's a really nice like color shift highlighter, and I was really drawn to it to buy it because it was so beautiful. But I do think that this may look better with like more medium dark or dark skin tones, because still at medium skin it is very noticeable. Still, I can give it some use, but it has to be like very specific. Like it has to be that I'm looking for this specific color in terms of complementing my makeup, and in a normal or like everyday basis I won't use this color. So yeah, that's why I said it didn't work for me. Now for the next product, I assure you I have no clue what possessed me to buy this. But it was the Becca Zero No Pigment Virtual Foundation. I mean, it is cute and the marketing was really well done. I fell for it, I really did. But basically this is a sort of like a foundation for people that don't have like any imperfections. The first time I thought about this product, I thought about Kathleen Lights because her skin is like so beautiful. But I still wanted to buy it to see if it would blur any of my imperfections, pores, maybe help me with not putting any makeup when I go out to run some errands or anything like that. And it just didn't work for me. I mean, I'm oily, acne prone skin, and I still have a lot of hyperpigmentation and acne scars, and it really didn't blur much on my skin. I used it quite a few times, and I even thought of making a review from the perspective of being a glorified primer, but it really didn't even work as a primer. So I felt like it was just a waste of time. Now to be transparent, I did feel like it blurred my skin just a tad, like really minimal. It didn't cover any hyperpigmentation, of course, because there's no pigment on this one, but after a few hours it still made me feel a little greasy, so I didn't feel like there was any point to wearing it at all. Now besides the product being the product, I do have a complaint about the packaging, because even though it is cute as hell, I kind of want to use it, so I'm like use it all, or maybe scoop it all so I can use it for other purposes like skincare. I don't like the fact that they put the lid and like the spatula stays on top of the lid. I feel like they probably should have done something to the cap, like maybe have an opening or like another secure access where I can just put the spatula in, because I just didn't like how this was done. And this is just preference or me being picky. It's not like a big deal. So the Becca Zero is one of the things that just didn't work for me this year. Now for the next product, I have a mascara, and this is the Fenty Beauty Full Frontal Volume Lift and Curl Mascara. I tried this several times and sometimes I still do, but I just don't feel like it makes much of a difference on my lashes. Some people like it, but it just didn't work for me or for my needs. I feel like I need something that has or gives me a lot more volume, and this didn't do that. When I compare it to a bare lash, I didn't see much of a difference. And it's a really cute spoolie. One side is supposed to curl the lashes and the other one supposed to like lift it and give you more volume, but I felt like it scratched my lashes and I didn't see much of a difference. I barely use it now, so that's why I say it just didn't work for me. Now for the next product, product, I was a little confused and I bought it for a specific purpose. It didn't work for that purpose, and then I tried to like maybe try the product as for what it is, but I didn't notice like a long-lasting difference, and that is the Farsali Liquid Powder Oil Balancing Serum. I mean, I'm oily prone skin, so I felt like this is catered to my skin type. I bought it because when I go to work and I wear my mask, this area right here gets like a little sweaty, and even though my makeup does last, I don't like when I like initially take my mask off and feel like I need to sort of like wipe all that sweat or like oiliness. And so I decided to buy this to see if it will work with that problem, and it didn't work. I didn't feel like it made any difference on the longevity or like oil control. And then once I noticed that that didn't work, I started like testing the product to see what worked. And the only difference that I saw when I was using it is like it mattifies my foundation when I initially apply it, but I didn't see like a difference between oil control during the day. I will still get oily compared to other products that do work for my oily skin. So yeah, I was really sad. It is a really interesting formula. It will go on as a liquid at first, and then you would see like a white cast, like it turning into powder. I tried it so many times that I tried like wiping away that white cast to see if that would work, or using less product. I even watched like a clip of Farsali instructing you how to use their product correctly, and I don't know, I didn't feel like anything worked, so I stopped using it, and I feel like it just didn't work for me. For the last product in this I bought recently, and I was so sad when I saw this, was the Master Crystal Reflector by Mario in the shade Bronzite. It looks really glossy right now, but it's actually just full of glitter specks, and I'm not a fan of it. I feel like I'm drawn more to highlighters that just gives you like a really natural glow and not in your face glitter highlight, you know? Now when I swirl my finger on the product, it feels like really buttery and sort of like very smooth, but as soon as I swatch it, it just feels like a balm full of glitter, and I'm not really drawn to it. And one night I was just testing it, and I kind of like tried applying it on my face with my fingers, but I also tried with a brush, and the brush was like the wrong way. Like it just was all glitters all over it. And then with my fingers, it was still applied, but you could still see like specks like of chunky glitter on my skin, and no thank you. Now that I think of it, I feel like this is more like a pro product. Let's say you're doing like a photo shoot, or you're going to be on camera and you need something to really translate through the lens. I feel like this will work for that. And let me show you, because I did swatch it on my hand right here. You see how it looks like more glowy when I kind of like shift my hand, but in person it's just glitters, you know? Maybe it'll work that way, but it just really didn't work for me because I'm not a movie star, you know? But yeah, that is it for this video. These are the products that didn't work for me. Let me know if you tested any of these products and if they worked or didn't work for you in the comment section below, because I would love to know, and it will also help us out to have another point of view, you know? Thank you so much for watching. Don't forget to subscribe if you haven't already, and I'll see you on my next video. Bye!